Welcome then, everyone, to this, which is episode 1 of the saga with the Citroën. Maybe that could be a working title, time will tell. There was a video beforehand which was just a very quick introduction to the car. I was very excited to have it, so I thought I'd give you a quick look around it. But the plan with this car has been to do a 5-episode restoration of the car. In this, episode 1, we will give it a bit of a service. I've not got all the bits, I've not got an air filter, I'm not doing a timing belt until it's got an MOT, so on and so forth. But we'll give it a service, we're going to clean up that engine bay, make that look nice. And then at the end of this episode, we will stick it in for an MOT and we will see how it does. If that goes well, if it passes, or if it fails, but in a manner by which I can not cry about too much, then sorry, my glasses are steaming up because it's cold and I'm hot, as in temperature, not attractive, sorry. We'll get it MOT'd, get that passed, and then we will do the other stuff, the water pump, the timing belt, some exhaust work, refresh the brakes, put some new tyres on it. Then eventually we will paint it black again, and then we'll go and have a damn good road trip in it. Since the last video I've not done much to it, mainly because it hasn't stopped raining, and it's been Christmas, and I've been gorging myself on turkey, as I'm sure you can tell. So there hasn't been a lot of progress. I have cleaned it inside though. Oh, look how nice that is. Not bad for free. Everybody loves a free car. So yeah, cleaned it inside. Still not got to the bottom of the alarm issue, but it doesn't seem to be making a noise anymore, though it is flashing the headlights. But we'll get around to that. We'll set it on fire if needs be. So first job is to make that engine bay look a bit better, because I cannot abide working on an engine bay that hanging. And then we'll give it some engine flush, we'll give it some oil, we'll do the filter, we'll put some new plugs in it, new fuel filter, and that'll be it for this one. But it should be a nice little transformation thing. I've done lots of funky little cutaways and focus pulls and things like that. It almost looks like I know what I'm doing, almost. But this ain't wheeler dealers, so if the camera's a bit shaky, you got to deal with it. So that's it, enjoy. You see, this is what I can't deal with. It's hanging. Yes, I know we should service it first and do work on it first and make it go better, but you can't work an engine bay that's that disgusting. So what we'll do is we will make that less disgusting. At the start of this video, I cleaned the engine bay, which may be a bit cart before the horse, but felt it was vital because the engine bay was hanging, and I don't like working on a hanging engine bay, and there could have been all sorts of radioactive arachnid things in there just waiting, and I didn't want that. Anyway, clean the inside out so it's nicer in here now, because that's obviously a priority. Again, cart before the horse, but it just makes the car a more attractive proposition to tinker with, so that's what I've done. Next we will, again, what is this we? Again, I will service the car now that it's not absolutely pouring down rain. So the reason for that is we are going to put it in for an MOT. That'll be the next video. Getting it MOT'd and with some sort of legality. But because the car has been in a garage for 3-4 years, just laid up, emissions are an issue. So I'm going to do engine flush on it and change the plugs, change the filters, apart from the air filter because that's not arrived yet, but I don't need to show you how to do that. So we'll change the plugs, filters, fuel filter, oil filter, engine flush, oil, and just give it the best sort of fighting chance of emissions. It had really old fuel in it. I've put a gallon of Super Duper Shell V-Power, V-Max, whatever it's called, this week in, so that should help matters as well. And that's about it, and then we'll get it in for an MOT. Hopefully it will get through on emissions. I'm not really bothered about anything else. I know the car's reasonably solid, so I'm not too bothered about corrosion, but things like track rods, tie rods, tyres, brakes, brake lines, you know, all that stuff that's underneath the car, if it fails its MOT on that, that's fine. That's nuts and bolts stuff that I was going to change anyway. So I am expecting it to fail, but what I don't want it to do is fail on emissions. So we will give it a service now. We'll see what's what, and then yeah, next video will be MOT and oh my god, did it pass? Or oh my god, did it fail? Or oh my god, is it more on fire? Like actual fire, not just painted on fire. Time will tell. Keep watching. So the first part of the service for this tired little car is some of this, which is liquid moly engine flush. And basically what you do is you just take this one can, dump it straight into the engine, let it run for 10 minutes, it thins the oil out, it allegedly gets all the crud out of the ventricles and the lines and so on and so forth. Do that and then drain the oil, put fresh oil in. So that is what we'll do now. So the engine flush has gone through. That's, it was running for 10 minutes. I used that as an opportunity to naturally clean the engine again. So now, oil change. Right, now to change the oil. So sump plugs there. I've given it a bit of a with the brake cleaner. Draining the oil is simple enough, but make sure, sorry, I'm a bit closer to the camera there, make sure you dispose of your oil properly. So catch it in a tray, put it in a drum and then take it down the tip. Right, so I'll take that off, and happily the people at Silverline have sent me a load of tools to use. Oh, so that's what we'll use, and then we'll drain the oil and put some fresh in. And then of course, don't forget the old tip of get some oil on your finger and lubricate your ring, because if you don't lubricate your ring, you'll get a sticky ring, and sticky rings are gonna make you sad. So now the oil is done, new filter, excuse my finger. Let's check the oil. Will do. A little bit over, but it's not filled the filter yet, so that's fine. So I'll run that up in a bit. So what we need to do next is spark plugs. I'm going to have to take some bits off before I can get to them. On a scale of 1 to very, how exciting is my hair? New spark plugs, because again the old ones have been in there forever. Got some nice little Bosch jobbies. I was going to go for some Lucas ones, but then I didn't want Richard Brunning from Bad Obsession Motorsport to send the army after me. So I went with Bosch. For you, Rich, for you. So that then is that. The car's serviced as much as I want to do before it has an MOT. I'd look underneath it, no big holes, no major leaks. The oil looked alright, but it's got fresh oil in it now anyway. New filter, new plugs, new fuel filter. So that's it. The tyres look alright, the seals look okay, the brakes seem to work. Done a systems check on the lights, everything seems to do what it should. So really, that is the best I can do. As I said, there's no point doing timing belt, water pump, brakes, suspension, yada yada, until I know if it's a viable MOT-able car. But time will tell. The thing to take away from this is I'm an idiot and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making it up as I go along. I'm not a mechanic. And this is why cars are good, this is why cars are fun, because you can have a go. You can take to it with some spanners, you can learn, you can practice, you can save yourself a couple of quid and you can have a bit of fun while you do it. You don't have to get a engulfed in flames Citroën ZX, you could do it on a Nissan Micra, whatever floats your boat. Well, that's it for this video. Don't forget, if you want to support us on Patreon, you can. We've also got our merch with the clothes, which isn't this one, this is a Ghostbusters one, and we've got mugs and stuff like that. But whatever you want to do, we'll keep making the content. Hopefully the next video will be a bit more exciting. Hopefully we'll be that much closer, if not completely legal. Time will tell.